Hey, what's up everyone, and well, first game review of 2017. I hope you all had a productive holiday. Time to get the show on the road with the game review. Being that it is winter, and well, we're probably all freezing our balls off up here in the north, unless you're down south, or unless you want to get away to an island of Isla Nublar. Spare no expense. Yep, do it with LEGO Jurassic World, a game that I've been longing to review, and for some reason it took me a while, but now that I played through it, I've pretty much got my full genuine impression on it, even after beating it over a year ago. It just took me a while, and well, spare no expense on this one, people, because it's pretty good for a change. And well, I know LEGO games are becoming tiresome, and I know I did a top 10 list of what I think the best LEGO games, and this one was obviously included. And yes, Marvel LEGO Avengers I will get to eventually, but for now, hold on to your butts, people. Let's go to Jurassic World. Or wait. Yeah, that's the first thing about this game, is the title, LEGO Jurassic World. We all know that Jurassic World was the fourth movie in the franchise that was also delayed, like this game review, I should say, coincidentally. But, yeah, and you would think that this game is just the fourth movie, but it's not. It's actually all four movies put into one, so shouldn't the title be LEGO Jurassic Quadrilogy? I mean, I know it's not a trilogy anymore, but yeah. I mean, that's a little misleading right there. So, yes, of course, the game, you don't start out with the fourth movie, even though, of course, the intro screen, oh, I like that music, by the way, shows Jurassic World, yeah, the entrance with the monorail. I mean, you didn't see that in the first movie, obviously only in the fourth film at the beginning when they first enter the park. And you are brought to a menu screen, and you have to obviously start with the first game and play through that before you can access any of the sequels. So, yeah. In other words, they want you to go through it chronologically. And I know the two sequels, Jurassic Park Lost World and Jurassic Park 3, were more of a mixed bag in comparison to the fourth film, which was good, but not as good as the first film. I don't think I have to go into full detail about these films. But anybody can agree, the first film from director Steven Spielberg, based off the Michael Crichton novel, was a masterpiece. I mean, it was groundbreaking. It combined CGI with animatronic effects, made dinosaurs look awesome. I mean, it had great actors, performances out of Sam Neill, Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum. I mean, it was just phenomenal, and it was a disaster of a park, but an epic movie by all means, and it gave Spielberg his name, and it made it just as great and popular as ever. I mean, it even made an awesome attraction at Universal. I mean, it's just phenomenal. And, well, how does the game hold up, in other words? Well, you play as characters while after watching cutscenes, which are pretty faithful to the movie. And of course, this is during the post-talking in LEGO games era, I should say. Yeah, it's no more that yeah, you actually get spoken dialogue. So, yeah, that's no surprise right there. You get the music and some of the scenes, but frankly, they're pretty faithful to the source material, but you can argue they kind of silly-fy them up, if we can even call that a word, to the maximum. Of course, you start out at the beginning when you're trying to get the raptors inside of their, hatchery thing. And obviously one breaks out and eats the guy. Okay, and what? He doesn't actually get eaten? Are you kidding me? Are they trying to dumb this down for kids because it's a LEGO game? Okay, at least they got the part where the guy gets eaten by the T-Rex. Yeah, he gets eaten off the toilet. I'm sure anybody laughed at this scene like I did. And yeah, even though it's silly, at least he gets eaten like he does in the movie, so it's a little more faithful than the raptor scene at the beginning. Yeah, you got pretty much all the scenes from the movie, even though they had to stretch it a lot and give it more gameplay, obviously, more puzzles, and yeah, every character has their own unique ability, you should probably know. It's pretty much no different than any other LEGO game, Alan Grant breaks through stuff, that's looks like weeds or plants or whatever. Some characters have the ability to throw or shoot things that obviously are too far out of reach. Some kids, like Timmy, for example, have the ability to see in the dark while everyone's pretty much afraid of the dark. Yeah, because he has the night vision goggles, which, well, is pretty relevant to the movie, I'll say. And, well, pretty much most characters have the ability to build up broken things into rather useful items to help you progress in every part of the game. The women are better jumpers, as you'd expect. Some of them have this screaming ability, yeah, kind of like Willy in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom on LEGO Indiana Jones, which is pretty funny, I will say. A little bit stereotypical, but pretty good. You know, obviously the small people like Timmy and the other kid from Jurassic World can fit through the small spaces. Oh, and how about the memorable scene where Ellie Sattler digs up shit with her hands? Yeah, this game, she doesn't do that. She jumps into it. Literally, just jumps into, as Ian Malcolm would call it, one big pile of shit. That is gross. But useful. Some people are good with computers to escape the raptors, and hell, you even get to play as not only the people, you also get to play as the freaking dinosaurs. Yeah, you know, in the fight scenes, whenever, you know, it's trying to follow the movie, like the T-Rex trying to fight the raptors at the end of the first movie, you know, when you're just barely breaking out of the main building. And yeah, it's basically just button mashing and trying to push a button, you know, and whatever command it's trying to tell you. So yeah, I don't think I have to be too specific there. So that's the first movie. A bit silly, but should seem familiar at the same time to most fans of this movie, and, well, to myself, I was pretty satisfied with it. Now the second movie, on the other hand, which I know was not met critically and, well, not much of a fan favorite in comparison to the first movie. Yeah, this was pretty much when the series started to take a little bit of a downfall, until the fourth movie came around, which pretty much brought the series almost back to its full glory. But there were some pretty memorable action scenes in this, and if you're a fan of the movies and watch these sequels and enjoy them for what they are, that's acceptable. The second movie, again, you know, you got the famous scenes like getting inside of the RVs, you know, meeting up with Ian Malcolm's daughter. You know, every character has their own unique special ability to help progress, puzzle solving. It's pretty enjoyable. You got the music, most of the dialogue is pretty suitable and, you know, familiar to the most fans who've watched this movie. Yeah, again, it can be really silly, you know, and can deviate a little bit from what you expect out of the movies, but hey, you know what, any other Lego game franchise can silly it up a little bit. Yeah, you know, you got the Stegosaurus scene. And yes, you got these annoying freaking little coffee things. I know that's not their full name, but trust me, when I say everybody complained about them for being extremely annoying, I'm not kidding. They really are annoying as hell. Yeah, of course you can respawn as many times as you want, but trust me, these little things, they gang up on you. Oh, they piss me off just as much as that guy did in The Lost World, and it's pretty faithful to the movie as well, but yeah, they follow you in pretty much every sequel after the second movie. Ugh, they are annoying as hell. But thank God for the unlimited respawn. Another issue that I seem to come across in this game several times, aside from a few glitches that are not too severe, are save states. Okay, you actually do have save states where you come across this little thing that you have to press and save and exit, or save and continue, or in certain parts of the game you can simply press start, you know, pause the game and save and quit. Well, the one thing that really sucks is that even though you can save and continue and quit the game, occasionally it sent me back to the previous mission. What the hell? I don't want to have to do all this crap again. I want to start where I freaking saved my game. I don't know what kind of bullshit this is. But otherwise, back to the scenes and gameplay. You got, of course, the hanging off the cliff in the RV scene, and the guy helps pull it back, and the T-Rex basically eats him. Or wait, he doesn't eat him in this scene. What the hell? Seriously? I guess maybe eating him in half, you know, with the two T-Rexes like in the second movie may have been a little too violent, I guess, for a Lego game. Again, trying to kiddie it up a little bit. You know, escaping the raptors in the tall grass. Yeah, when the hell do you remember a lawnmower going through? Again, a little bit silly, but familiar. Going into that abandoned building to signal a distress call to help escape the island. Again, while the raptors are trying to invade on you. And, of course, the black girl, as you remember, is known for her gymnastic moves. Yep. So, again, a bit silly, but hey, it was silly in the movie as it is. You know, the T-Rex chasing scene, and yes, I do find it funny how in the first movie they can't outrun him with a car. And in this movie, you could just outrun him on foot. So, yeah, it's the same problem as it is in the movie as it is in the game, so no need to nitpick this scene. And, of course, like in the end of the second movie, the famous T-Rex goes loose into the city after breaking out of the ship, and pretty much goes all out of Godzilla on San Diego. So what do? You gotta lure him back into the boat with the baby T-Rex, and He's back on the island with all the other dinosaurs, but wait, when was this guy on the island? I realize he died at the end of the second movie, spoiler alert there, but seriously? Okay, this is way too silly right here. But, as John Hammond would say, life finds a way. And now the third movie. I know, this is pretty much the weakest of the series. It's entertaining, action-packed, and I know the dinosaur effects weren't exactly great. And yeah, it is only an hour and a half long, and I know the mother character is extremely annoying in this, but still, with Alan Grant back, it had something to at least look forward to, and, well, Ellie Sadler, even though she's not in the movie as much as he was, but still, yeah, you go on the island, you see the big Spinosaurus, and, you know, you got the attack scene, you got, of course, the raptors trying to attack you. I mean, yeah, you got, of course, everyone, again, has their own unique special abilities. Again, it's really silly. So, yeah, and again, of course, you get to see the pteranodons finally in this movie. Of course, they were in the first book, but not in the movie, of course. But in this movie, you got escaping the pteranodons. You got, yeah, even the guy with Billy, I think his name was, who has the parachuting ability. A little awkward to control, but it's pretty cool. Again, stretched a bit, but yeah, I think you can let it pass, because it is a Lego game, and again, there's problem solving and cutscenes that should seem a little bit silly, but mostly familiar to anyone who's watched this movie and enjoyed it for what it was. Final showdown against the Spinosaurus, which is pretty much a boss fight, and hell, you even got the freaking Spinosaurus versus T-Rex scene. Yeah, of course you're playing as the T-Rex, as you guess, because, you know, you want the T-Rex to win, but of course he gets his ass kicked, just like in the movie. And of course, as I said, a final showdown against the Spinosaurus where you pretty much just scare him off by lighting up the barrels. And of course, the final scene against the raptors where, again, you don't defeat them, you just pretty much get rescued by the crew members, you know, the army, because, well, you send a distress call and, well, get rescued from the islands as the pteranodons escape. Again, spoiler alert there, but come on, I think you can let this pass. And now, finally, the fourth movie, in which this game is named after, Jurassic World. Yeah. What can I say about it? Yeah. As you probably heard in my review on this movie, go check it out if you feel like it. I enjoyed this movie a lot better than the two sequels, but not as good as the first one. It tries to be groundbreaking like the first movie, but I think they know for a fact it's not as good. Again, it's, you know, you got the dinosaurs, you got the monorail scene, which is pretty welcoming and almost like time never passed. It's like watching the new Star Wars after so many years. You know, Episode 7, not counting those horrible prequels. But yeah, most of the characters should seem familiar. Again, a bit silly, but you got most of the scenes that should pretty much feel familiar to anybody who watched this movie. And they shouldn't deviate on your expectations too much. You know, you got the famous Welcome to Jurassic World scene where you're all excited and feeling like a kid again, and you got the raptor scene. You know, yeah, again, you can actually play as the dinosaurs, the raptors, because, yeah, they're pretty much the good guys, or good dinosaurs in this, I should say, not to be confused with that mediocre Disney Pixar movie, but, yeah, you know, play as them, and you're trying to help them through obstacle courses. And, of course, you got the famous Indominus Rex breaking out of captivity scene. You know, you got the famous gyrosphere scene, and wait a minute, weren't they all both driving one of them, not two? And yeah, I know that again they stretched this a bit, but come on, I think you can let this pass. This puzzle solving and everything, it's just so much fun. You know, you got the fixing the car up scene, and yeah, when the hell did they help this small little dinosaur help you go through this like gerbil tunnel-like thing? What the hell? You know, you got the famous, well, the pteranodons break out of the big pteranodon captivity scene, you know, because of the Indominus Rex breaking through there when they're trying to shoot it down with the chopper. You got, of course, the famous, when they're trying to go after the Indominus Rex when they let the raptors loose. And, of course, you know, they get controlled because they find out the Indominus Rex is part raptor. And then, of course, you got the final showdown against the Indominus Rex himself, playing as not only the people, but the velociraptors, and they turn against you, and you finally turn them against the Indominus Rex himself, or herself, whatever the hell you call it. Bottom line, it's silly, but it's pretty cool. You know, the raptors are on your side, unlike the first movie, ironically. And then, of course, the T-Rex gets out, and Yeah, I know, again, it's silly when you see them with shopping carts and T-Rex pats the raptors on the head. I mean, Christ. In real life, I think they'd probably gobble them up at that point. And what the hell? They're playing cards inside of the big fish dinosaur? I know, there's actually a name for that dinosaur, but come on, really? But, again, as I said before, what other LEGO game is not silly? I mean, I guess it's got to appeal to some kids in some nature, while also appealing to adults who enjoy these films, so, not bad. But, maybe not the best LEGO game, as good as like Marvel LEGO superheroes or anything like that, but I think it served a purpose, and, well, I think it did pretty good, Compared to all the other Jurassic Park games that I played like on Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis, I'd say it's almost as good as Operation Genesis on PC. And I'm well aware this is also available on other consoles, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and PS3 and so forth, and obviously, yes, there's even a handheld version of this game, but why even bother? I mean, it's probably way inferior to this game, but all I can say is, music sounds great, the dialogue's pretty good, like in the movies, and I'd say, spare no expense, once again, it's pretty damn good. So, all I can say is, my final verdict is a Rockin' Weird Mode up, and a Rockin' Weird Mode Wii Motion Plus up. Pretty good. So, till next time, keep watching.